Hi, everyone, and welcome to the grand final of Flames Season 5, the international track. After 6 grueling weeks, we finally had the top four arrive. And let's see who wins the whole championship once and for all. Before we start, let's welcome the finalists. Finalists are Chris, Sean, Pranjal, and Nikhil. In seat one, we have Chris. Chris, where are you from, and how was your season experience this year?
I am from Las Vegas, and it was a lot of fun. The questions were great. I don't know what I'm doing in the final. I guess a lot of people miss questions somehow, but we'll see how it goes.
Thank you very much, Chris. Then we have Sean in seat two. Hi, Sean. How are you doing? And tell us a little bit about where you're from and how did you enjoy this season?
Yeah, okay. Hello, I'm Sean from London, and I thought the season was very good actually. Just enjoyed all the
All,
questions.
all right. Seat three, we have Pranjal Agrawal. Pranjal, it's your first final. How did you enjoy this season?
Yeah, hi, this is Pranjal. I live in Singapore. And yes, I've played all the FLQL seasons, and this is my first finals. But yeah, I always enjoy the questions, and I think this has been one of the best seasons so far. So looking forward to the finals.
All right. And finally, we have Nikhil Soneja in seat four. Nikhil, who's been a regular finalist, but is yet to win the title. How are you doing, Nikhil? And how was your season?
Great. I'm dialing in from Dubai. Yeah, it was a good season. I don't miss Flames ever. So I've been there right from the start. And yes, definitely love the mix of questions and have enjoyed it immensely.
Thank you so much, guys, for introduction. We'll jump right.
You'll need to rename Sean. I think you've got his name. Seoan. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you do. I genuinely hadn't noticed. Sorry.
That's right.
So observant I am.
All right, so let's get started. Good luck to all the players. And
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Good luck, everyone. Yeah.
30 seconds on the direct and 5 seconds on the pass. And I'll warn you when 5 seconds are left on your direct. So, Chris, first question for you.
Okay.
When this X-rated erotic drama saw unprecedented ticket sales in Italy, the Italian police seized every copy of the film by order of the prosecutor. The director and the male lead was sued by Italian court on obscenity charges, and no amount of buttering up authorities helped, while the director facing 4 months in prison and having his civil rights revoked. Which early 70s movie is this?
Um, I don't know. Pass.
Sean?
Last Tango in Paris.
Last Tango in Paris. That's absolutely right. So,
Very good.
next question for Chris. Etch-a-Sketch is a mechanical drawing board invented by André Cassagnès of France in 1960. It reached its peak in the 70s and 80s, but then the sales dropped for many years. It wasn't until 1999 when its sales dramatically rose again after the release of a sequel to a super hit film. It helped Ohio art company return to profit. Which film franchise?
Oh boy, I don't know. Um, I don't know. Pass.
Okay. Pranjal?
Toy Story.
Yeah, that's the right answer. Indeed, Toy Story. Toy Story 2 was the movie. Sean, your either name the autobiography of cricketer Adam Gilchrist or name a 1986 song by Cyndi Lauper from the namesake album or a 2006 song by The Weeknd. The two-word phrase has a nautical origin and countered deceptive tactics used by pirates. Ten.
Blinding Lights. No.
Nikhil?
No, I'll pass.
Chris,
Pass.
Pranjal.
Pass.
It's not
All
true
right.
colors, is it?
True colors, is it?
That's right.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
Yeah, the other
I
part threw me
thought.
off.
Yeah, I thought True Colors, but I didn't know it was nautical. I should have just said it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
So the pirates
ditto.
used to come up with like this ship people colors of like just travel, but then when they
Yeah.
arrived, they would change to black and show their true
Yeah.
colors essentially.
Damn it.
Sean,
Well,
Oh,
it
that
was
makes
just
sense.
silly. I mean, I just said it.
Yeah.
salad or sala, with a popular drink from the Levant, literally translating to fox's testicles and made using the sala flower, which is ground from the tuberous roots of the second most widespread flowering plant family. Traditionally served hot, it's also enjoyed cold in the summer months with the addition of orange blossom or rose water. Which floral family, known for its exotic showy blooms, are we talking about?
Not saying that.
10.
Orchid.
Absolutely right. It's indeed the orchid. And Pranjal, your questions. In 2019, who beat Ted Evans 3-2 in the first round, beat Mensur Suljovic 3-1 in the second round, before eventually losing 2-4 to Chris Doby in the third round of the 2020 PDC Professional Darts Corporation Championship, a landmark moment for the sport?
Taylor.
Nikhil?
Pass.
Chris?
Pass.
Oh,
Sean?
Sherrock.
yeah.
That's the
I
right
just
answer.
realized the landmark bit.
Yeah.
First
Shit.
over PDC.
I got it too late.
Pranjal?
Damn.
Oh,
The largest collection of coprolites is at a museum in Williams, Arizona. What is the name of this museum? A portmanteau of the word museum and a colloquial word for whatever the museum is about. Ten. Push you. Click.
Pass.
Nikhil.
The Physium.
Chris.
Pass.
Sean.
the Museum.
Ah,
That's the right answer. It's the
Bad luck.
museum. That's right. Okay. Nikhil.
Huh.
Which 2021 film adapted from Murakami's short story follows widowed actor-director Yusuke Kafuku as he stages a multilingual production of Uncle Vanya? The film won Best Screenplay at Cannes and Best International Film Feature at the 94th Oscars. Ten.
drive my car.
That's the right answer, indeed. Drive My Car. Nikhil? This actor changed their last name from Coppola, inspired both by street-level Marvel superhero and also an avant-garde composer. In order to avoid allegations of nepotism, their uncle was Francis Ford Coppola. Who?
Nicolas Cage.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Nicolas Cage. Chris, back to you. Sharab al-Busfair is a popular drink from the Arab world and is made with citrus aurantium fruits harvested in early spring and preserved for summer. With Southeast Asian fruit, so you may know it by a European name where it is abundant, is the key ingredient for this drink. So I need something apart from just the fruits name.
I don't know this either. Southeast Asian.
And
Lychee. I don't know.
No, Pranjal?
Pass.
Nikhil?
Pass.
Sean?
No, I'm going to pass. Pass.
Okay, so it's a
Some
type
type of orange?
yes, that's right, a type of orange. These are called
Seville.
Seville oranges.
Okay.
Oh, it's in, yeah. Oh, fair enough.
I didn't realize they were Southeast Asian. I thought
Yeah, same.
I was picking between Valencia and Seville, and I.
I thought Seville oranges from Seville.
Chris.
So I know. So.
This famously raw, iconic late 70s post-punk anthem became a powerful symbol of rebellion. Its urgent apocalyptic lyrics streaming fears of social political collapse. Its use decades later in a Jaguar ad, being appropriate for other reasons, left fans feeling profound betrayal to corporate branding, sharply clashing with its very true anti-establishment soul and original message with song.
Oh, jeez. Sorry guys, I'm playing bad. I can't think of it. Psycho Killer.
Pranjal?
London Calling.
Yes, that's right. London Calling, and the band's name is somewhat hidden in the question also.
Flash.
London Calling by
Oh,
the
the
Flash.
Flash.
Oh, I should read these clues. Okay.
Next
Oh, I
is
see. Being appropriate. Yeah. So,
Sean.
didn't actually see what I was about.
96 Atlanta Olympics, a shattered neck, two fractured vertebrae, herniated disc, torn muscles. Paralysis was a real risk, but he wins the trials and 5 months later takes Olympic gold in freestyle heavyweight wrestling. Who is this? The only professional wrestler included in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Angle.
Yes, that's right. This is indeed Kurt Angle. Next one. Crusader Kings is a strategy game set in Europe in the mid to late Middle Ages. Similar to role-playing games, Crusader Kings focuses on a trait-based individual whose main goal is to grow and enrich his dynasty. The game begins on December 26, 1066, just a day after a grand event in Europe. What was the grand event? So the quotes is not so important, but the grand event, nothing specific in being in quotes per se.
Yeah. Well, the crowning of William the Conqueror.
What about William the Conqueror?
His crowning, his coronation.
Yeah, that's right. Coronation of William the Conqueror. Well, Pranjal? A tourist attraction and an iconic mode of transportation, what public transport network of a particular city is being depicted here by Guy Buffet in his artwork? Neither city and the transportation mode both. It is the last manually operated system of its kind in the world.
San Francisco trams.
We'll accept it, yeah. It's more accurate term, I believe, is cable cars of San Francisco. But yeah, trams is good enough. That's right. Next for Pranjal. The Vespa scooter was invented in 1946 and wasn't really popular in Europe at the time. 5 or 7 years later, when audiences watched a European princess and American newspaper reporter roam around in a Vespa and fall in love, in a film, its sales rose significantly. Which 50s film?
Roman holiday.
Yes, that's right. The Roman holiday, indeed it is. And we move to Nikhil for your questions. Nikhil? In Crusader Kings, players stumble upon the year 1337. When in October, something begins after Edward III of England formally rejects Philip VI's claim to the French throne. What begins as a result?
100 Years' War.
Yes, that's absolutely right. The 100 Years' War. And the next question. This Vietnam anti-war movement anthem was an expressive symbol of the counterculture's opposition to executive power grabs. It focuses on rich men making war and poor men having to fight them. The songwriter issued a cease and desist notice to Donald Trump, whose rallies it was being played at, given that Trump, a rich kid, was a draft dodger. What song?
Fortunate son.
Indeed, right? Fortunate. Well done. Next round, we start with Chris again. In John Carpenter's They Live, Nada's Hoffman's lenses unveil hidden ads, throwing his sense of space, time, and distance into disarray, almost as if his eyes are morphing into a virtual reality. Why do you think the name Hoffman lenses fits this mind-altering effect?
Because, I mean, psychedelic movement, Abby Hoffman, is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Drug-induced? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's fine.
What
That's
you're
fine.
looking for.
Absolutely right. It is. So it's named after Albert Hoffman, creator of LSD, who used to have similar effects of a human being.
Okay.
Didn't Chris say Abby Hoffman?
Oh, no, I said Abby Hoffman, but I
Yeah,
did.
that's
I did
different.
going for psychedelic, but it's fine. You can pass me.
Abby Hoffman is the other guy.
Yeah, he was I don't
I
know.
heard Albert Hoffman actually.
I said Abby. You can give it to him.
Abby's the.
I said Abby Hoffman and psychedelic movement. So whatever you want to do with it.
Okay. I heard Albert.
I mean, do you have a spare?
Yeah, all that I have. But
We don't need to spare. I mean, you can mark me wrong. I'm sure Nick will do it. No worries.
Yeah, but don't have to go on the. Oh wait, I think you marked me wrong. Okay.
No worries. So what I will do is because part
Well,
of
Chris. Yeah. Sorry.
No,
yeah.
I said the wrong name. It's fine. Just give it to him. Let's just move on.
Nikhil, do you had Albert Hoffman? Just checking.
Yeah, but I don't. I think you should do a spare if you want to be safe.
Cool. I think that's fair also. Sorry, guys.
It doesn't.
I
have no real opinion, to be honest. So go with what you guys think is fair.
If it's all the same, I'd rather just give him the point and move on. It'd be quicker.
Okay.
I think let's do that. I think.
Okay, cool. So
if no one else objects,
yeah, it's fine.
I think that's fine.
Seems fair enough.
Yeah.
Sorry, I heard Abby, guys. That's why I gave it. I thought.
Yeah. All good.
Yeah, fine.
I was kind of just. I didn't know exactly what we wanted there. I didn't know he created LSD.
Okay. No worries. Chris. 1988 Seoul Olympics, half an hour before his perfect dive won him to the prelims, an imperfect dive caused by a heavy collision of his crown with the plank. He bled into the pool and had suffered a concussion. Despite that, he mustered strength to dive to a deeper depth and won the gold medal in men's 3-meter springboard event and 10-meter platform event at the same Olympics. Who is he?
Luganis.
Sorry, once more?
Luganis?
Yeah, that's right. Greg Louganis. Okay, Sean. What is this thin, puckered, usually cotton fabric, commonly striped or checkered, used to make clothing for hot weather? Its name originates from the Persian for milk and sugar, from the gritty texture on the otherwise smooth cloth.
Seersucker?
Yes, that's indeed right. It is a seersucker. And your next question coming up. In the Hunger Games prequels, what is the name given to a wandering band of singers? The name is supposedly from an Irish Gaelic word for warrior or hero, indicating valor and strength, sadly not effectiveness. In English, refers to a flock of game birds. Ten.
Gill?
Chris?
Pass.
Pranjal?
Pass.
Nikhil?
Pass.
There
Minstrel or something?
hidden clue for all you MBA students. It's a Covey.
Covey. Like Stephen Covey. Or the 7 Habits, right? Okay.
That's just
they love.
Yeah, Covey of birds. Yeah.
These quizzes love all this corporate stuff.
A common way of preserving fruit from the winter in European countries, this can be served either as a dessert, like the French do, or as a drink. Which drink is created by cooking fruits such as strawberries, apricots, peaches, apples, raspberries, rhubarb, plums, or sour cherries in a large volume of water, often together with sugar, honey, or raisins as additional sweeteners?
Comport?
Yes, absolutely right. Comport. Pranjal. This book was originally written in Bengali and published in 93, earning the ire of the state government and leading its author to flee not only to her native country but also the neighboring one. The work depicts the violence of looting and killings of Bengali Hindus that took place in December 1992 in the aftermath of the Babri Masjid demolition. Which humiliating banned book are we talking about?
Lajja?
Sorry, request you?
Lajja?
Yeah, that's the one.
Lajja by Taslima Nasrin, the
That's
Bengali,
Hmm.
Bangladeshi author. Okay, Nikhil. Located on the dockyards at Portsmouth, Hampshire, the Dash Dash Museum is the most expensive shipwreck museum in the world. It costs an estimated 39 million euros and is named after the most famous shipwrecked Tudor vessel from 16th century. The museum opened in 1984 and the shipwreck was raised from the seabed in 1982. Just fill in the blank.
Mary Rose.
Yes, that's absolutely right. It's Mary Rose. Next one, Nikhil. In Escape from New York, 1981, Manhattan is a maximum security prison in a crime-ridden US. Carpenter wrote it in the mid-70s, gripped by national cynicism and fear. The script reflects a deep mistrust in authority. What major event just before sparked this dark vision?
Watergate?
Absolutely right. Watergate scandal. Back to Chris. Either name the autobiography of cricketer Johnny Bairstow, written with Duncan Hamilton, or name the 16th studio album, also a song named by American country music artist George Strait. The names only differ by the order of the first and second word, besides the article A, indicating positions. Example, XYZ and YXZ are the answers. Here we go.
Know any song? George. I don't know. All my exes.
Pranjal,
Pass.
Nikhil,
Us.
Sean,
I'm going to pass, as Chris has exhausted my knowledge of his repertoire.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh, Clear Blue
Clear Blue
Sky.
Sky, or
Okay, fair enough.
Chris. The 2022 Football World Cup game between Germany and Costa Rica, won 4-2 by Germany, was a landmark moment for the sport. That's because of which person being involved as a referee in the World Cup match. It's a men's game, okay?
I assume you need a name.
Hmm.
Yes.
Then I have no idea. Pass.
Pranjal, Nikhil?
I think it's Frappe.
Yes, that's right. So
Stephanie Frappe.
Stephanie Frappe, the first woman to referee in men's World Cup. Thanks. Sean. A young man played by Leslie Cheung performs in Chinese opera and female roles, but his dedication to acting leads into reality as he begins to love his male co-star. Which 1992 film adapted from a novel by Lillian Lee and set against the backdrop of the Chinese Cultural Revolution?
Hmm.
Ken?
I have no idea. M butterfly, but that's something else.
Chris?
Pass.
Pranjal?
Farewell, my concubine.
That's the right answer.
Oh, that's what that is. Oh, okay.
Sean? Torn of the neck sweatshirts, as shown in the pic, became extremely popular after the release of this 83 film. In the film, the actress invents the look accidentally when she shrunk the sweater in the dryer and cut a new enlarged hole for her neck. Even Madonna and Cyndi Lauper adopted it. Which film?
Hmm. I don't know. Flashstones.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Flashstones.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. In there somewhere.
Flash. Jennifer Beals. Next, Pranjal.
Oh,
In The Thing, an alien imitates people spreading paranoia at an Antarctic base. No one knows who's infected, only blood cells can tell. Blood tests can tell. What real life American horror, marked by fear, doubt, and hidden infection, inspired Carpenter's plot?
HIV AIDS.
Yeah, that's right. The AIDS epidemic, which had the whole fear about it in the 80s when it first arrived. Next one. Either name the autobiography of cricketer Duncan Fletcher or name the three words used by author Clinton Halen in the title of his biography about the Bob Dylan. It is Bob Dylan -- revisited. Ten.
Subterranean Homesick Blues.
Chris,
Pass.
Nikhil,
Pass.
Sean,
No, pass.
Behind the Shades.
Mm.
Nikhil. What is this plain woven textile made from unbleached and often not fully processed cotton, less coarse and thick than canvas or denim? It is very cheap owing to its unfinished and undyed appearance. The fabric gets its name from the British name of a city in southwestern India.
Presumably calico.
That's right, Calico. Well done. Nikhil. The Covey names always feature a first name from a ballad followed by a color. From which romantic poem is the name of the Covey singer who is the protagonist of the book The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Susan Collins taken? The poem is part of a series about a shy country maiden by Wordsworth. Ten.
Lady of Shalott.
Chris,
Pass.
Sean,
I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to pass.
Pranjal.
Pass.
Do you see something?
Ballantrae?
Yes, Lucy something. It's Lucy,
Lucy
Gray.
Gray.
Lucy Gray.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
shit.
Lucy Gray. Yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't know what the other color was.
Fair enough. Chris, your question. Here, Guy Buffett displays a series of items that are iconic of this East Asian city. They're usually made of oil paper or Westlake silk, and the city has a rich history of making the item due to its rainfall and bamboo forests. What item and which city is depicted here? So the item and the city go hand in hand. So I need both parts of the answer.
Okay.
Ten.
Yeah, I don't know. Shanghai umbrella.
Sean,
I'm not going to risk it. Pass.
Pranjal,
Yeah, pass.
Nikhil.
Pass.
So umbrella is
Kyoto.
right, although the
Kyoto.
Beijing, Kyoto.
they're called Hangzhou parasols or
Oh,
Hangzhou.
Hangzhou. I never realised that.
You know that?
Well, I've learned something.
That was not on the list of things I was going to say.
Yeah.
Chris, which celebrity's double-barrel surname has nothing to do with the fact that they are the granddaughter of physicist Max Born?
Olivia Newton-John.
That's correct. Olivia Newton-John. Well done. Sean. In one instance, a gang of homeless boys beat a homeless man to death. In another instance, a Dutch girl faced violence by a group of men who were singing in the rain during the brutal act. Which movie inspired them to commit these heinous acts? One that the director himself banned in the UK after facing threats to his family.
Clockwork Orange.
Yes. These are unfortunate crimes inspired by Clockwork Orange. Sean? A dystopian work which portrays the curtailment of the freedom of women by an extremist Christian group, which 85 work by a Canadian author, when banned, led her to promptly state that the official reasons for the ban are ridiculous, stating that a book is much less explicit than the Bible.
The Handmaid's Tale.
Yes, that's right. It's The Handmaid's Tale indeed. Now, Pranjal, to you. A 13-year-old witch in training moves to a seaside town to live independently and opens a courier service utilizing a cat and a trusty broom. Which 89 film is this, based on a popular 85 novel by Eiko Kadono? The name of the titular character sounds like that of a model, muse, and artist central to a 1920s Parisian bohemia. But it was chosen since in Japan it resembled the sound of a service call, subtly echoing her job.
Kiki's Delivery Service.
Yes, that's absolutely right. It's Kiki's Delivery Service. Next, Pranjal. The Screen Actors Guild prohibits any two members from working under the same stage name, and they already had another one on the books. My middle name was Andrew, but using just that initial was even worse, as my last name had just become a synonym for attractive. I thus stuck in the J, which sometimes I tell people stands for either genuine or genius, and resubmitted my form. Who talking about his stage name?
Michael J. Fox.
Yes, that's right. Michael J. Fox. Next, Nikhil. Guy Buffet is a French artist renowned for capturing different cultures worldwide with French, Polynesian, Chinese, Indian, and other themes. Take a look at this painting and tell us its title. It's the blanked out portion, also the name of an early 2000s movie.
Moulin Rouge.
Yes, that's right. With the Moulin Rouge, you can see clearly in Paris here. Next. In 2021, which jockey rode Manila Times to victory at the Grand National, a landmark moment for the sport? The jockey enriched the legacy of winning the Cheltenham Gold Cup aboard A+ starred, but retired in May 25 at the age of 35. Ten.
Willie Cohen?
Chris?
Pass.
Sean?
Blackmore.
Blackmore, that's the name.
That's the right.
Couldn't
Rachel
remember.
Blackmore.
Rachel Blackmore.
I'd black for ages and then it just about came.
Chris, your questions. What is this thin, plain weave sheer fabric traditionally made from silk? It derives its name from a Europeanization of the name of Kurgang, a town in Uzbekistan, known in the late Middle Ages for its silk trade and for being the midpoint of the northern silk road.
Catch.
10.
Catch. Not me. Crepe.
Pranjal?
Yeah, pass.
Nikhil?
Organza.
Yes, that's the right answer. This was the organza fabric.
Oh, I never heard of that. Okay.
Chris? Again. In Crusader Kings 2 and 3, expansions and mods let players dive into adjacent historical settings and conquer beyond borders. But staying in Europe, this game's Legends of the Dead swings in with a site patch. With a name like that, it's not just a cosmetic update. What major historical event does Legends of the Dead introduce players to in Crusader Kings? And
The plague.
yeah, I'll give it.
Black Death. I don't know what.
Yeah,
How do you?
absolutely right.
That's
Absolutely right. Black Death. We got it.
Oh, the plague's right there. Okay.
Yeah. It's the last thing,
Okay,
so
cool.
I didn't spot. I was.
Oh no, good.
reading this. But
It's easy not to say that.
Plague right down.
with exhibits such as Stealing Secrets, Covert Action, Uncertain World, etc., this is the largest museum of its kind in the world. Situated in Washington, D.C., it houses over 9,000 cataloged items, many of whom were on loan from historian H. Keith Melton. Which museum will tell us what kind of covert action forms its subject matter?
Is it a sort of museum of espionage and spying?
Absolutely right. It's the Museum of Espionage. Well done. Next. While by name this song may seem anti-establishment, it actually advocates pacifist idealism instead of radical uprising. Given this, the outrage against the song being the band's first recording license for a TV ad by Nike for commodifying dissent may have been a little much. Good song.
Well, you know, we all all right.
Ten.
Right. The pop music. Revolution?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. By the beat. Pranjal. Seen The Simpsons episode Lisa's First Word? Then you've heard the joke. 1976 Montreal Olympics, his kneecap shattered, ligaments torn. But on the pommel horse, he flips and twists, no screams, and Japan takes gold over the USSR. Who is this legendary gymnast?
Suzuki.
No, Chris?
Pass.
Nikhil?
Pass.
Sean?
Yeah, pass.
Okay.
Is it Kato?
No, it's Shun Fujimoto.
Fujimoto.
Pranjal again.
So that had the ending, but not.
This fabric is a sheer, lightweight, dull finish crepe fabric named after the early 20th century French dressmaker Delaplan. This name is the feminine version of the name deriving from the Greek for earth worker that named 6 British monarchs. What's the fabric?
Georgette.
Absolutely right. It's indeed the Georgette fabric. Nikhil. In 2006, Jeremy Allen Steinker, 23-year-old, and his 12-year-old girlfriend were involved in a gruesome crime. Jeremy convinced her to kill her parents and her 8-year-old brother by stabbing them to death. She became Canada's youngest convicted killer. Steinker seen an Oliver Stone movie and urged his girlfriend to go about their plans of murder in a similar manner. Which mid-90s movie that the Daily Mail called evil and probably deserves to be banned?
Natural Born Killers.
That's the right answer. Natural Born Killers. Well done. Next one, Nikhil. Also known as Life Among the Lowly, which 1852 anti-slavery novel was the best-selling 19th century novel in the US, that's said to have fueled the Civil War and was banned by the South during it. Though it inspired the abolitionist movement, it also helped perpetuate stereotypes and started a whole state of literature, which was this anti-novel. So your answer, Nikhil, was?
Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Uncle Tom's Cabin. Chris. This screen adaptation of the 4th book of the Crane Iron Pentalogy, called Iron Knight Silver Vase, was released in 2006 and is subtitled Sword of Destiny, as it is a sequel to which 2000 film?
Of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Absolutely right answer. It is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And the next question for Chris. Written by Gordimer, which 79 novel with a familial title was banned by the then apartheid government? It details a group of white anti-apartheid activists in SA seeking to overthrow the government. Among them is Rosa Dash, who comes to terms with her father's involvement with the South African Communist Party.
This book, I don't remember what it's called.
What is it called?
Chris's question, by the way. Chris.
This is
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking.
I know it's going to be your question soon. I can't remember. Pass.
Passing, okay. Pranjal?
Burger's daughter.
Yes, that's the right answer indeed. It's Burger's daughter.
Burger's
Got there, but you had it anyway. Hold on.
This celebrity's middle name is a name of French origin meaning the king, while they use only the initial. He is one of the most well-known from his community, where his surname is extremely common. So much so that a study by Bertrand and Mullinaton on bias and resume-based hiring used it as a sample name for candidates from the community. Who are we talking about? I need the full name, or at least the first and last name with the middle initial. Ten.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
That's right. L stands for Leroy, which is the king.
Leroy.
Okay, Sean. The 75 Spanish Grand Prix is today remembered for its notoriety since it was stopped after 29 laps due to numerous car crashes alongside the death of a fireman and 2 journalists. It therefore earned which racer half points for being ranked 6th, a landmark moment for the sport. Ten.
Lombardi.
That's right. Nella Lombardi. Pranjal.
I didn't need both names.
The timeline of the game Crusaders Kings is until December 30, 1452. It ends exactly 5 months for another historic event, which comes about after a 53-day beleaguerment, and is brought about with the overwhelming use of gunpowder from very large cannons. What is this historic event?
Siege of Constantinople.
Yeah, that's right. All I had, but that's perfect. Okay, Pranjal. What song about a cold-blooded serial murder written by a Marxist playwright and left-wing composer for a musical that aimed to lay bare the hypocrisies of bourgeois morality became a huge success globally and ironically for use in 1980s ad for McDonald's featuring a mascot named Dash Tonight?
When the clock strikes 6:30, babe, time to head for Golden Lights. Hey, it's a good time for the great taste dinner at McDonald's.
Ronald.
Yes,
Mac the Knife.
that's right. Mac the Knife. And anyone knows who's the Marxist playwright and composer?
Brecht and
So Breckton.
Yeah.
Weil.
Wild Wheel. How do I say it?
Nikhil. In Spain, it is made with soaked, ground, and sweetened tiger nuts, while in the Americas, it can vary from jicaro, rice, melon seeds, sesame seeds, along with various spices like vanilla, including vanilla. The name derives from the Latin for barley and was introduced into Europe by the Moors. Which milky drink are we talking about?
I needed this the other day. Horchata.
I'm unmissable now. Yeah.
Nikhil? 3 years before Top Gun popularized Ray-Ban aviators, another model of Ray-Ban called the Wayfarer became popular after the release of the film. Known for its thick black frames, its sales jumped 20x after the protagonist was seen wearing it in a memorable scene from the film. Which film?
Risky business.
Yeah.
Well, so regret not
Going
saying
into the last round.
6 colours now.
5, 15, 13, 15. And it's your questions. The Royal Dash Museum is the world's oldest museum. The public have been able to go since 1660. Its former logo was designed after the horned helmet of Henry VIII, with display sections such as war, peace, tournament, and self-defense. Either fill in the blank or tell us what is the museum all about.
Um, Jousting?
No, not quite. That's not the crux
Okay.
of the museum. Sean?
Is it like an armory museum?
That's the exact answer. It's the armories.
Bad luck. You were close.
It just seemed too, because there's arm. Okay, all good. Seemed too obvious.
Chris?
Me.
I think it helps that I sort of know that it exists.
From which romantic Gothic poem is the name of the Covey singer who is the protagonist of the book Sunrise on the Reaping by Susan Collins taken? The poem is famous for its imagery and rhythm. The name of the missing beloved in the poem is combined with a shade of grey named after bird to form the protagonist's name.
Lady Shalott?
No? Pranjal?
Yes.
Nikhil?
I'll pass.
Sean?
The Raven?
Yes, that's the right answer.
Romantic
So the
Gothic.
protagonist's name is Lenore Dove, and Lenore from the
Shit.
poem, and the dove grey being the. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, Sean. In Carpenter's Starman, an alien sings, I can't get no satisfaction to express frustration to Karen Allen, who plays the widow who falls for the alien. But that choice is not right, or the choice is kind of off. Chuck Berry's Johnny Be Good would have been far more accurate. Why?
Um,
Ken?
was there some sort of time travel involved?
Okay, so?
Someone had time traveled.
So what?
So what?
Okay,
I don't actually see
I
how
don't
to see
think
that.
that's right enough. Chris?
I mean, he had to go. He had to leave.
No.
Go, John.
Pranjal?
Go. No. Okay.
No. Pranjal?
Set in the 50s, maybe, and Johnny be good for
Anachronistic, you're saying? Okay, no.
Yeah.
Nikhil?
No, I can't figure this out. Was it set in Louisiana?
No, not quite. So basically, since he's an alien, the only song he would have known is Johnny Be Good.
Oh, it's on the Voyager record, is it?
Voyager.
I thought about the Voyager record.
It's not
Shit.
possible for him to
That's
really
brilliant.
know any other song, basically,
Hmm.
since
That's
as an alien, he would have only heard of
Shit.
Johnny Be Good.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
A tricky one, but it's quite an interesting one.
That's brilliant.
Sean,
That's,
look at this image and tell us which city has been depicted in this good painting by Guy Buffett. The Tibetan prayer flags adorn the city's skies as beautifully depicted here.
God.
No.
Larsa.
No, not Lhasa. Chris?
Kathmandu.
Pranjal?
Dharamshala?
That's right. Dharamsala.
Oh yeah, I should have. Yeah, I should have thought it was. I've thrown it away now, haven't I?
Your questions? On November 24, 2014, a hacker group called Guardian of the Peace hacked Sony and publicly released personal information about the company's employees. The demand to not release the 2014 Goofy comedy. The hackers even threatened a terrorist attack until the government of North Korea emerged as the prime suspect. Which film?
The interview?
Sorry, louder?
Interview?
That's right. It's the interview. Well done. Next one, Pranjal. From which famous Scottish ballad, is the name of the foundling reared by the Covey taken? The ballad features a hero who is rescued from the Queen of the Fairies by his true love and has influenced numerous other works, including A Coat of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas and the Sandman comics. The character's name is formed by combing the first name of the ballad's protagonist with a color named for a substance in which insects are often found trapped and fossilized. Hen,
All done, Sen.
Chris,
Pass.
Nikhil,
I'll say Master of Ballantrae.
Sean,
Tamashamta? Tamashamta?
no. You're almost there, mate, but not the right answer. It's the Tamlin. And I checked all
Oh,
the
a different one. Tamashantas, yeah.
Yeah, that is different. That's just very, very hard.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Tamlin.
Shit.
So hard luck. Nikhil, last two questions. 96 Atlanta Olympics, she falls on her first vault, ankle torn, pain unbearable. But she goes again and near perfect landing, just a light touchdown. It sealed the gold for team and women's artistic gymnastics. Who is this fearless gymnast?
Strug.
That's right. Very strong. The last question. Either name cricketer Kapil Dev's autobiography or a name of Bryan Adams' song from the album Cuts Like a Knife.
Shit.
Last 10 seconds.
"18 Till I Die." Damn.
Chris?
Run to You.
Pranjal?
Pass.
Ron?
I don't know. Pass.
On something shit, I couldn't remember it.
So the answer is Straight from the Heart. And
Straight from the
that
heart.
brings us to
Oh,
the end
bad
of the
luck.
quiz.
Yeah, bad luck.
All right, well done, everybody.
All right,
Well played,
boys.
everyone.
For finishing fourth, but
Well played,
remember it's
everyone.
fourth out of
Yeah, bad luck.
over 200
Bad luck,
picks.
Nikhil.
Hard luck to Pranjal.
Played together.
Third, finishing
And
Shit.
Pranjal and
Straight
Chris,
from
yeah.
the heart. I have that book somewhere here.
Coming second
bad
is
luck.
Nikhil Soneja with 16 points, but the most owns. And winning the quiz is Seaon Webb with 17
Well
and the
done,
season as well.
Sean.
Thanks.
Congratulations,
Bad luck,
Sean,
Nikhil.
and well done to all the finalists.
Very,
Take care, everyone.
very
Enjoy
nice.
your
Fun
weekend
season.
month. See you
Yeah.
next
Thank
season.
you.
See you guys.
Well
All
played,
the
everyone.
best.
See you next
See you next
season.
season. Bye.
Yeah, well.
See you. Oh, man. I can't believe
Let me
the
pause
heart.
recording. Wait.